Hi, Leo.
Hi Yakumo. Comment ça va?
You want to try that? Comment ça va? Ça va?
No, 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 no.
Ça marche.
Ocean Halasho. Okay. Halasho is Russian.
Russian.
Druski. Okay, so let's continue the discussion last time. The main thing is we would like to talk about the creativity. So when it comes to particularly creative job, I'm sure you also have some kind of philosophy you would like to share. When you do composition, when you deal with your clients, how do you maintain and apply your principle based on your philosophy? Yes. So last time I remember you mentioned simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity.
Yes,
Simplicity
and
is, yeah.
yes.
Yes, it's
So do
one
you
of
want
very important thing.
to elaborate a little bit more, or give some example
Okay.
from your own project?
All right. I think
Maybe the peer
yeah.
to exhibition. You can also mention
Sure,
that.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Back in I forgot what year. Back in the time when I do peer to um, exhibition, it's called what's
I
the
think
name?
I think it was 2005. Yeah, the
Yeah,
view. Yeah.
yeah, the view.
Um,
Yes, the view. Um, for the theme, I try to restrict my melody in well you can say it's quite formal, quite in a um
like a
eh,
classic way
no 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 no
to.
no
Yes.
it's a little bit like math.
Okay.
What I try to do is I restrict my note using um into a short range and try to make it a whole, you know. Um, so I use um, five notes from C to G. I use five notes, and I didn't want to go over that because I know it should be enough for a complete song. And thing is, I did it, and also except the main theme, I also did those variations into 12 variations. But everything is based on these five notes. Uh, you can say it's not really um yeah, in mine it is the is the goal is to try to use um, just some simple ingredient to um,
Is it for
to
the
make
control
picture. Yes.
Is it for the better control, or this is like because
Yeah,
this is
good
how you.
question. No,
Mhm.
no, no, not just for not for control, but uh,
For the order.
no, not for older either. I think it's kind of belief that um, I think within certain um, amount of ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
people can have a better chance to
Focus.
to train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think to train their creativity, because when you have, for example, when you cook, if you have so many ingredients, then probably you not probably you have a very great chance to get lost into those ingredients, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing if you say, okay, I want to use every note that I can get to write a song, you may just get lost at first. But
Mm-hmm.
by
Yeah.
try to limit it what you can use, I didn't mean that you should always limit to three notes or five notes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the idea to limit what you're supposed to use and
Mm-hmm.
leave the rest to your brain, to your self discipline. You take it as a discipline. So this is what you have, and what can you do? What can you do to the best?
Yeah, this is interesting because it's similar to my own business practice. So yes, obviously you are trying to find a good environment where with um, a good business culture policy, friendly for entrepreneurs. But when you start to promote and sell, you you want to try to uh, make the best from what you have. Yeah, like even you just have a little resource, and even you only have you might think it's not a very strong product. Can I sell it? Can I still sell it you know um, in a way? So I think I can understand the approach. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe you do this, you do the same when you do your artwork, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
mention too much about your artwork. Yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah.
think you like you would do kind of the same.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is especially after I have more clear understanding of how I view the world. Yeah. So it's like, how do I create? So there's a creating process um, of this world. And when you do any kind of creative works or activities, um, you basically follow similar principle, um, and you feel like, of course, sometimes you will just do it. You just do it simultaneously. But if you want to treat it seriously, you normally have some kind of procedure. Yeah, you have a stage. So here you go. I'm going to create. if I imagine the beginning of the earth,
Yes.
then there were no human being, there are even no animals. There's no, maybe before plants, where are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start to create
Only
from
some
the
protein.
some proteins, some single cell, I don't know, creatures. Then what do you create? Yeah. And then with this foundation, maybe you create a system, an environment, then they just create by themselves. Yes. So it's like an organic process. It would start to create. So it's also more efficient when you begin something, but you create a good combination.
Yeah.
The mechanic, it should make sense. So then you would just, you know, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
itself, yeah,
Yes, I believe.
yeah. So like but simplicity and minimalism, is very popular. People talking about
Yeah.
like being minimized, minimize the space, the environment. People think it's very fashionable today, particularly in North
Yeah.
America. Um,
Yeah.
some people call it Nordic style. I'm not pretty sure about if this should be called Nordic style, because from my understanding, it should be from Bauhaus, from the German movement, German school. But
Yeah. I think that will make sense more because it should it should come from some real idea, not just some habit. If you talk about, if you say it's Nordic style, I think that would be probably mostly come from the um, cultural habit or heritage, something like that. Uh, they may not come from a certain idea, but if you mention about Bauhaus, that would be certainly from some idea, from some concept, right?
yeah, it's again, it's highly calculated, and there's a philosophy behind, because they want to reach a certain high functional society. Yeah, they want to eliminate the separation between different professional fields, and also the craftsmanship and the artist. Yeah, they want them to connect to each other,
Sure.
because they believe it will be a more efficient society, and that's why they try to remove certain decoration. Uh, um, but now we just call it the minimalism. Uh, so is do you
So,
think
I'm not
yes? What do you say?
very, I'm not very familiar with this part. So, does the term minimalism start from the Bauhaus
I
period?
don't think so. I couldn't recall this
They
term.
just call Bauhaus, right?
Just called
They didn't
Bauhaus.
use
Yeah, and
this term.
you know the meaning of Bauhaus. Yeah, um,
Yes,
it's
I
a
know.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
a Deutsch. So Bau means built. Yeah, it's a verb. It's a built. House is
yeah.
house. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like English. So it's the architecture school,
yes.
supposed to be,
Start
you
from
know,
an architecture
focusing.
school. Yes.
Yes, but with the revolution, you know, of this group of professors,
Yes.
artists, musician,
Yeah,
philosopher.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There are some kind of almost like a religion. It's like a religion group, and they start this movement. Um, but I think minimalism came after that.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah,
So it's like people like contribute, do some or tribute,
do you also
contribute, tribute,
do you
tribute.
also do you also pronounce English like French?
I d-
Contribute.
no. Of course, I don't.
Yeah.
No, no,
Don't show off your French
no,
skill while
no.
speaking.
I'm just looking for the word. Sorry, I'm just looking for a word. Tribute,
No,
contribute,
it's not.
tribute. They tribute
Contribute.
this term to Bauhaus, probably.
Mm,
Probably.
yeah, probably.
So,
Yeah.
so we don't know where exact. I'm not sure where exactly the term came from. Maybe part of it came from some like Buddhism or Zen. I
Hmm.
think I think part of it comes from that. So
Yeah.
you see this mixture of ideas
Yes.
that
Yeah.
yeah it's been talked by people. But yeah, if it's for the good, if it's for the good, for the spiritual goal, I think just fine. You can always start from the form. So of course we see many people do this uh, starting by the form, right? I remove
Hmm.
things that I don't use anymore, or I just
Yeah.
move things and try
Hmm.
to. So they try to clean their physical environment first, and hoping that this will clean up their spiritual environment too. This
Clean
is
up
I
the
understand.
clean up
Yes,
the dirty thoughts. Yeah.
yeah, dirty.
Yeah. But so for you, like, uh, to, um, if not mentioned in the music composition, let's say if you apply your principle simplicity in architecture, interior design, do you think you also get something like minimalism style? Do you think you get that too? Just imagine, yeah.
I first I'm not sure that I am any. I'm really close to minimalism, what they call minimalism.
Hmm.
But I think I would prefer this philosophy on other things I do too. Yes, I would prefer that. But
Hmm.
maybe in a different reason. So for creative work, yes, I think that can better train myself, uh, and especially to make myself not so much relying on the tools, because we today we got so many tools. We got new instruments coming up every month, so it's um, even easily to get lost in those uh, instrument forest. So I try not to be that because uh, that would just be wasting time. So try to train myself uh, whenever it's possible to not rely on too much uh, the tools.
Mm-hmm.
So I can really train my own ability. So for creative work, I think I'll prefer same philosophy, same policy.
Mm,
But for other things like everyday life, like buying things, mm, I try my best. But sometimes I'm still attracted by things that are not so simple. I think.
so last time we also mentioned the principle of Joe Hisaishi, the Japanese composer.
Yeah.
Um, so we mentioned although he has a lot of works, um, he is a conductor, work with orchestra, yeah,
Yes.
orchestra, like big, complicated setting.
Yes.
But those are not like overcomplicated for you. Like, do you think this is um, sometimes it's necessary? Yeah, you need to.
Eh, Yeah. Uh, that's what we call arrangement. I think arrangement. Um, I would take arrangement apart from the formal work, formal composition.
Okay.
So arrangement is
Would you?
like what we say
Mm-hmm.
variations, and variations
Okay.
are sometimes for if it's a soundtrack, it might be for different scene, right? So you could have the same theme music, but you
Mm-hmm.
do different arrangement to match different
Yes.
scene. So is a love scene or is a fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just it's for matching the scene. So I think I think it, in some degree is necessary. And the point is you can still see how I mean you can still see the difference between composers. So people who mainly rely on those complicated arrangement and people who don't, sorry, who don't. Um, an easy way to tell is you can always enjoy Hisaishi's music by simple um, by his piano version. Okay, so without orchestration,
Mm-hmm.
it's already quite beautiful, and I would say it's even more beautiful. Uh, and if any music uh, can can reach this level, like before orchestration is already very beautiful, or using a simple instrument is already beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
then you know um what do you say? He really write music, right? He really write music because uh, just like you say, orchestration can fool people, you know, can
Yeah,
fool people. For for people who are not very sensible about the reality of the music, they might be overwhelmed. Oh, this is so great. But
this is
when you take
awesome.
yes, when you take those off,
Mm.
n-
Then it's
it,
naked.
yes, then you can see how good it actually is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually is. Yeah, and Hisashi can do that, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I think this is another principle I can think about when I listen to his one of his soundtracks for the Departure. You watch the movie Departure. I think the
Departure? Oh,
Departure about
departure. You mean no? I didn't see that one, but
no,
I think I might
you heard
listen.
the soundtracks. Yeah, you
Yes, I'm because
yeah
you
yeah
know his songs just yeah. Sometimes you get the
yeah
uh you get all the songs together. You know that kind of album.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Because
but I don't know which one is.
yeah, it's yeah, the story was I think is a funeral
Yeah,
business.
I know the
Yeah, you know
story.
the
I
story, yeah,
kind of know the story.
because make up
Background. I know the
for
background,
the
but not the real story.
for
Yeah.
the dead people, yeah. And I remember in these soundtracks, like he has this in the very beginning of the soundtrack, he has this like dun dun like simple,
Single
yeah,
note,
just
single note, only
single
one
note
note. Yes.
for quite a long
For
time, like,
pure.
and you
Yeah.
already bring you into the the environment, like
Yeah. Yeah.
about the story, about the climate in the northern Japan, about the mental situation of the character, like just just such a simple thing, and it's just the beginning because he continued dig into something deeper on the way, yeah.
Yes.
So this is something I think is really extraordinary, um, and because normally we define it's hard to define, but we define there's some kind of commercial art and there's some kind of fine art. Uh, so we think fine art is more is higher, yeah. We call it high art, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Some
it's supposed to be more profound,
spiritually,
spiritually
higher.
and
Yes.
deeper, and maybe a bit more difficult to understand, in a general uh, interpretation. Um,
Yeah.
but when I hear music like that, yes, it was a movie, yeah. It was supposed to be like commercial,
Commercial.
yeah.
Yes.
But you feel like you know it can be also considered like a true fine art. Like it is the level where you feel it reached the level, and
Pure. Yes. It's like pure music, pure uh, absolute art.
yeah, I well today the word pure has been misused a lot, so I don't usually use it, because many people they use it for the almost like you know nationalism, racism reason. Anyway, like
Oh, oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I think it is more like is how do I say like
Condense.
yes, it's complete in a simple form. Like it's not simple, but it is simple when it comes to the form. But it's rich. It's rich inside.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the point.
Yeah.
Simple but rich. That's right.
Because anybody can do like a din din din. Yeah. Anybody can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way he use it makes the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a situation like that, I would say he really he must have inject his spiritual force into those notes. So they're not just simple notes. If you analyze it, there are simple notes. They're just one note. But um, people like him, he can really inject his force, his power into the notes, and then they're not just simple. They can be powerful. They can be rich. So
Yeah. I always feel like it, you need a real experience and you need a real condition, your own condition to be able to release uh, something naturally. Yeah. So I feel like even it is hard to describe what it is because it's abstract. Yeah. But you feel like maybe he was there before, um, and he still have that. Yeah. He and he just interpret what it is. He didn't try to make something. He just
yeah,
trying to release it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. That didn't try to make make up something, make something. Yes, or to pretend. No pretending.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because today it's like everybody is trying to pretend to be
yeah,
something or someone, and um, yeah, this is one of the principle. I think when I see whatever, it can be people, it can be works, doesn't matter music, art, design. I I think if that kind of experience can be represented, then normally it's good works. Yeah, it's not necessarily pleasant works.
yeah,
For example, The Shining from Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, you can also feel like something like that. Yeah, it reached that level, but it's not pleasant at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Is
believe. Yeah, not pleasant.
you did you watch The Shining?
Because
Yeah, the
shine.
soundtrack. You heard The Shining. In Chinese, 鬼店. Stanley
No,
Kubrick.
no, I don't.
No?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Okay.
I don't believe I
You know
ever watched his.
but you know Kubrick, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, I know his name, but
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
I never seen
Mm,
his movie. Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah.
I know that I know that. So r- it's like life, right? Life is not always pleasant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's understandable that real things are not always not necessarily pleasant. For example, like the movie, one of the movie I like quite much is a French director
Mm-hmm.
or Leo, like you, Leo Gaho.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
his his one of his famous film called Les Amants du Bonheur. Um, a new bridge lovers. I really like that movie, but if you ever seen that movie, you know it's not.
I watch, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not pleasant either. It's
Mm-hmm.
not pleasant, but it's so real. It's so powerful. Um, yeah, so I
Mo-
can.
most most of French movies are not pleasant. most they
Probably.
always have something to worry about. There's
Yeah.
always something sorrow. Um, yeah, not
Yeah.
saying there's no French humor, but you always feel like maybe it's very generalized. But if you compare to Italian movies, for example, yeah,
More tense. I think they're kind of tense.
intense, yeah,
Yes, and
yes,
yes, they think a lot. I I I think they always think a lot.
yeah, I think too much, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that reflect to their also their body. So they might get more
It's
tension.
true, yeah. Some French movies are very difficult to watch, in my opinion. I found it's like okay, so
Yeah.
painful
Too
sometimes.
much.
Yeah,
Yes, too much. How could it
yeah,
be so painful, right? How could it
yeah,
be? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Why
yeah.
can you relax sometimes like that, right? Why can you relax? Why can you
Yeah,
relax? Yeah,
like
they just can't. Yeah.
yeah. But my favorite director is also French, so uh, we can talk about that next time. But I like okay, I cannot pronounce well, but Claude Lelouch.
Claude, Claude
Claude?
Lelouch,
Am I
Claude,
Claude
Claude,
Lelouch? Yeah.
Claude
Claude.
Lelouch. I know, I
Yes.
know, I know the guy.
Yes.
But I think his movies is more pleasant.
Yeah, that I can watch. Yes. His movie I can watch. It's more like it's also deeply emotional, but it's also uh, sometimes pleasant and documentary style. So I can relate to the way if it's similar, yeah. I went to Venezia, yeah,
Yes.
and there was some movie scene. It was taking place in Venezia.
You mean
So I
a man and woman?
no the
No.
uh,
Oh no no.
uh,
I I I
Hasa Coism
oh yes yes.
chance and coincidence. Chance and coincidence.
I
Yeah.
mean that movie. I just
Yes, yes.
mistaken the
Yeah.
name.
So remember they were dancing around the by the river, yeah. Uh
Kind of.
of
Yes. Kind of.
yeah. Not river, is a canal. But there I think I was in the right place, but I'm not sure because so many places are similar to each other. But
Yeah.
it was just yeah,
Let's
it was
just say
great.
you. Let's just say you're right.
Yes, yeah, but it was great, to be able to be in a place where my one of my favorite movies taken place. It
I
was
believe.
great.
I believe. I wish
Yeah,
I can be there too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
It's a magical place. Yeah. Oh, I think only a few places I feel magical when I went. Um, I think the square in Krakow, Poland. uh, Venezia, the some place, New Forest in southern England. Like those places, you feel like magic, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So back to the who the
Sorry.
yes departure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
departure.
Departure.
It was you know the I think I told you, yeah, the director of the movie
Yes.
uh
The
used
direct.
to the director of the movie Departure used to make a pornography, like you know,
I
Japanese
I don't know.
pornography.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Yeah,
So
and then
so
he made a Departure, and he one of the greatest I think movies I watched recently. You know, yeah.
yeah, for living, you know, for
So
living.
it was
There
funny.
there are
No, I mean, okay.
many genius. They work just
Just,
for living.
yeah, so let's compare the real director and the pornography director in Japan. You still lose the director there, yeah. Is no, of course not all the
Sure, sure.
directors are good,
But,
but
but
he
sometimes,
was
yeah,
good, yeah.
sometimes some gifted people they they don't have a chance or didn't have a chance or
Most
they
of them don't
yeah
have a
to
chance,
choose
yeah,
their work. So
yeah,
yeah, so it's not until that they were in the right place that you notice, wow,
yeah,
they're so good.
yeah,
Before that
and
they were only
they
working
they were just
for
like
life.
us, yes,
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 yes.
yeah. Uh, and Ki- Kitashi, no,
Kitashi.
not Kitashi. Ka
Kitano?
Kitano, yeah, is it
You
correct?
mean my favorite director?
The director. And before the movie, he was a comedian, yeah, like a TV
Yes,
comedian,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So nobody would know he would start to make great music, great movies, yeah. Like I think this is I don't know if it only happened in Japan, other places as well, yeah. And his movies were so serious that you know most of them are so serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Some other
But if you
comedy, but
want to say that it is kind of opposite to his former, no, he is still a comedian actor.
still, yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh,
And
um.
TV host, yeah, he was
Yes.
a host.
And I believe in his point of view, and I agree. In his point of
Yeah,
view, he he didn't do things so differently. He
there's no
used to yes,
contradiction,
yes,
but for most of people might
yeah, yeah. It
not
might be a
relate
surprise.
to you
Yeah,
know those
yeah.
two.
At first,
Those,
it might be not so
yeah,
easy
yeah,
yeah,
and become a world famous director. You know, suddenly, you know, people might think this way. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
although
But
he probably,
if you really um, follow him, you'll
yeah,
find they just they just
you can
connect.
see the process. Yes, just like all artists. Yeah, um, so yeah, maybe next time we can talk about him if you want. I
Yeah, I
think
like
he's
to.
our
Like to.
both we both is I can say is also one of my favorite directors.
Really? Really?
Although many of his movie scene, I don't want to watch it again. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Thank you very much. Yeah, because too bloody and
Oh,
sometimes I think it's a little bit too much to watch it
oh,
again. Yeah,
oh.
um,
But for me, I,
it's
I
like Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, you
but
know
I have
Tarantino's
a
movie.
different I have a different opinion.
Mm,
Um, but
Okay,
I'm not very familiar with Quentin. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Quentin we can discuss a little bit later. But for me, it's a little bit similar
I
because
understand.
there's unpredictable violence. Just
I understand.
it just happened, you know, like yes, it's drama, but it's in a different way. So okay, so I think it's good for today. Maybe we can discuss guitar,
Kitano
kata.
Takeshi. Beat Takeshi. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Beat
we can discuss
Takeshi. Yes.
the. Yeah, I can only remember Chinese. That's a problem. I need to try to remember the Japanese pronunciation. Um,
Yeah, because
so
I always I yeah, I'm a little bit strange. When I
no, you know
started
Japanese.
no, when I
Is a
started
normal
to
you.
learn Japanese, I like to memorize those uh, Chinese character. So I remember those things faster. For most
Yeah,
of
I only
people,
remember K because in his movie
yeah.
there's a K in the beginning.
So that's Kitano.
Okay, okay,
Kitano.
yeah.
Kita means north.
Mm-hmm.
Kita, north. So no means wild, wild
Mm-hmm.
in the wild. Kitano. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. We're going to talk about North Wired next time.
yeah, yeah. North wild. Yeah, Kitano.
Okay, that's cool. And so was nice talk today, and see you next time.
See you next time. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Ciao.
Bye.